Hi everyone, welcome back to Sinesensya. I am Nina P. Fernandez, but you can call me Mom Nins and I will be your teacher for this lesson. By the way, do you still remember the things that we discussed last meeting? If yes, what was the topic all about? If you answered gas law, you're correct, but what are the different laws of gas? Very good. We have Boyle's law, Charles law, Gay-Lussac law, Avogadro's law, combined gas law, and ideal gas law. I think you are now ready to move to the next lesson. But before we start, please ready your modules and your ball pen. So here's our learning competency. Recognize the major categories of biomolecules such as carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acid. And these are the things that we need to do. First, we have to recognize major categories of biomolecules such as carbohydrates, lipids, protein, and nucleic acid. Second, we have to differentiate biomolecules from each other in terms of their structure and function. And lastly, we have to name examples of carbohydrates, lipids, protein, and nucleic acid. Are you all excited to learn something today? Come on, and let's open another fun learning activities and explore the wonders of biomolecules. Have you ever wondered why we are eating? For sure, if we are in our face-to-face class, probably you would say, "Mom, kasi po nagugutom kami." Well, that's one, but there is more to that. If nafe-feel mo na nagugutom ka, that's one way to show that our body needs something. At ang katawan natin, lagi tayong hinahanapan ng certain molecules para mag-function, kaya nagugutom tayo. Aha, ganun pala yun. Pero ano-ano nga ba ang mga molecules na ito? Ito ay ang mga biological molecules or biomolecules. This includes carbohydrates, protein, lipids, and nucleic acid. Tara, kilalanin natin sila isa-isa. Food is one of our necessities. Every day, we eat food that gives nutrients and energy in our body. Food that are rich in vitamins and minerals that help nourish our body, contribute in our growth and development, and repair cells and tissues as well. We eat food to get nutrients in the form of biomolecules. Biomolecules are organic molecules that includes carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acid. These biomolecules are significant in the survival of the living cells. Let's start discussing the carbohydrate first. Carbohydrates are the main source of energy in our body. Kaya madalas sa mga nagda-diet ng low carbs, nangihina sila, lalong-lalo na kapag hindi sila sanay. And sometimes, carbohydrate is called saccharide or sugar, and it has three classifications. First, we have monosaccharide. Monosaccharide consists one sugar or saccharide from the word mono. Second, we have disaccharide. From the prefix di, we have two sugars. And last, for polysaccharide, it consists many sugar from the word poly. And during digestion, carbohydrates consist of more sugar or many sugar get broken down into monosaccharide by digestive enzymes. An example of carbohydrates are bread, wheat, and pasta. Next is protein. Protein is an important part of our healthy diet. This is made up of chemical building blocks called amino acid. And your body needs amino acid to make hormones and enzymes. And as we all know, enzymes help speed up chemical reaction. Example of proteins are poultry, meat, fishes, and some dairy products. Next, we have lipids or fats. Lipids are the water-soluble molecules that are composed of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Its main role is to store energy for later use. Example of this is oil, butter, and cheese. And last but not the least, we have nucleic acid. These are molecules that code for heredity by collecting the production of protein. And we have two types of nucleic acid. Yung isa single, yung isa hindi. So we have DNA and RNA. DNA is a double-strand protein, while RNA is a single-strand protein. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid, while RNA stands for ribonucleic acid. Ang DNA matatagpuan sa cell and it's made up of nucleotides, while RNA involves in protein synthesis and it carries instruction from the DNA.
It's evaluation time. The following questions were directly lifted from your 4th quarter last lesson 2 pages 3 and 7. It's now time to evaluate your understanding about biomolecules. For question number 1, which of the following biomolecules are polymers of amino acids that can be found as structural materials in hair, nails, and connective tissues? A. Carbohydrates, B. Lipids, C. Nucleic acid, or D. Proteins? The correct answer is letter D. Proteins. For number 2, which of the following is nucleic acid? A. Amino acid, B. Cellulose, C. Enzymes, or D. RNA? The correct answer is letter D. RNA. Next, for number 3, these are molecules that are water-insoluble and composed of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. A. Carbohydrates, B. Lipids, C. Proteins, or D. Nucleic acid? And the correct answer is letter B. Lipids. For number 4, which of the following is an example of lipids? A. Bread, B. Waxes, C. Meat, or D. Egg? The correct answer is letter B. Waxes. For the last question, amino acids are the building blocks of protein. Is it A. True, or B. False? The correct answer is letter A. True.
I hope you learned the function and some examples of biomolecules today. See you again next week, only here on Cine Sunshine. Goodbye, happy learning!